CBS Monday.
A bit cooler for tomorrow, but we're still into that seasonal range into the upper 40s and lower 50s with some scattered showers, and your full weekend details are coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we'll have the latest on the war in the Middle East with Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon agreeing to extend their ceasefire. Plus, the Marquette Food Co-op is holding their annual community cleanup event this weekend. We'll tell you how you can get involved. And this Saturday, the Marquette Farmers Market is giving shoppers an exclusive sneak peek. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. Hopefully you enjoyed the really warm temperatures today. It's going to be a little bit cooler for tomorrow. Couldn't continue that summertime heat for a lot longer here. So this is seasonal though. It's knocking us down to right where we should be for this time of the year. We'll scoot by into the lower 50s for tomorrow with some lingering scattered showers and maybe a few leftover thunderstorms. We'll continue to talk about that flood watch that's in effect for western half of the UP and a closer look at your weekend in a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. President Trump announced that the ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon is being extended. And the commander-in-chief says the U.S. won't be rushed into more peace talks with Iran. Jesse Mitchell reports from New York.
President Trump says he has ordered the U.S. military to shoot and kill any Iranian boats that deploy mines aiming to choke traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. In a social media post, the president added the Navy is intensifying its mine clearing efforts in the waterway that facilitated about 1/5 of the world's oil trade before the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran began. Now in its 8th week, President Trump had predicted the conflict would last no more than 6. The president says he won't be pressured into a deal.
I don't want to rush myself, because every story says, oh, Trump is under time pressure. I'm not. No. You know who's under time pressure? They are. At
the White House Thursday, President Trump was asked if he would consider deploying nuclear weapons against Iran.
No, we don't need it. Why do I need it? Why would a stupid question like that be asked? Why would I use a nuclear weapon when we've totally, in a very conventional way, decimated them? Without it.
Later, the president announced Israel and Lebanon agreed to extend their ceasefire by 3 weeks after more talks at the White House, but it's not clear if Iranian-backed Hezbollah fighters in Lebanon will comply.
They do have Hezbollah to think about, and we're going to be working with Lebanon to get things straightened out in that country.
The initial 10-day ceasefire between the neighbor nations had been set to expire this coming Monday.
Israel's military says its air defenses intercepted rocket fire from Lebanon. Hezbollah said it had fired at a town in northern Israel in response to Israeli attacks on a Lebanese village. The Trump administration is reclassifying some forms of marijuana as a less dangerous drug. The acting attorney general signed an order today shifting state-licensed medical marijuana from its current Schedule 1 rating, which is on the same level as heroin, to Schedule 3. This catches the federal government up with much of the country. 40 states already have medical marijuana programs. The move gives those more legitimacy, removes some tax burdens on companies, and opens the door for new medical research. The order also affects marijuana extracts and marijuana-derived compounds.
It's been a long road during which millions of people have found relief using cannabis, and the federal government has insisted that no such relief happens. And so this is in fact a big step, but it's also only the first step toward moving this to some resolution.
The order does not reclassify recreational marijuana, which is legal in about half the country, but the administration did set a hearing this summer to evaluate broader changes to the drug status under federal law. Michigan House Republicans have passed their version of the state budget, laying out how billions of dollars could be spent. The plan includes new investments in schools and some local projects, including in the Upper Peninsula, but also significant cuts that are drawing concern. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy breaks down what's in the plan and what happens next.
Michigan's House of Representatives is setting the stage for negotiations, introducing a $75 billion state budget and kicking off debates on the impact of spending cuts.
We were able to make some real key investments in this budget.
House Republicans say their plan focuses on real spending, cutting unused positions and unused funds while shifting money into priorities like schools, roads, and public safety.
The Republicans are on board. We believe this is a solid budget to get started with.
The proposal does include projects in the Upper Peninsula, mostly funding for local infrastructure, schools, and community services, but no major new investments in universities or large-scale development projects. With a projected shortfall and differing priorities, negotiations will be complex and will ultimately determine how state funding impacts communities across the state.
What's even more concerning is the fact that the House Republicans haven't learned that this partisan style of governing isn't going to work in split government.
Democrats are already raising concerns about cuts to universities, health programs, and state departments, warning the plan could impact services people rely on. They also question whether reducing vacant positions and program funding could create long-term problems.
The question shouldn't be about whether we should cut these unfilled positions. It's how do we make sure that we're incentivizing folks to take those jobs so that we can fill those positions for a state, for a community.
This House plan is just the first step in a months-long process. The Senate is now putting forward its own version of the budget, and lawmakers will need to negotiate a final deal before the July 1st deadline. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
To celebrate and give back for Earth Day, the Marquette Food Co-op is hosting its annual community cleanup this weekend. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has the details.
For the fourth year in a row, the Marquette Food Co-op is welcoming its patrons and volunteers to clean up local areas of snowmelt that have left trash behind. On Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., those interested are to meet at the co-op's basement classroom to receive supplies like gloves and trash bags, as well as be given a map of the area. The initiative aims to cover as much of downtown as possible, but staff says attendees can head out wherever they please.
The best part is we want people to be able to go clean up where they inhabit. So some people frequent downtown and might want to clean that up versus some might head more, into town towards the university. We have students who clean up on campus, and we just want you to be cleaning up where you're living.
In prior years, the cleanup has proven well from the community, with roughly 50 volunteers who showed up last year, filling bags upon bags of trash.
Last year, we filled a dumpster. People brought back anywhere from 1 trash bag to 5 trash bags. So yeah, it makes a difference. Not only just Earth Day, but every day we should be thinking about the spaces that we inhabit and how we can make those better for not just ourselves, but our more than human counterparts and the earth itself. So cleaning up trash after all those snowbanks melt is just a small way we can give back.
Along with the Earth Day cleanup, multiple groups from around the county will be on site with information on how they can help contribute to these causes each day.
We'll have some local organizations like 906 Recycling and Partridge Creek and the Watershed program, and they'll be in-store tabling, and so folks can come into the store and learn information about what local organizations are doing to better the earth as well.
The cleanup event is free to the public with no registration required. In Marquette, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
Residents in the Marquette area will have a peek at this year's Farmers Market this weekend. The annual Farmers Market preview will be held on Saturday from 9 to 1 in the Marquette Commons. New and returning vendors will be present to showcase this year's lineups, while market members can receive their early access pins. The market manager says the preview provides an opportunity to test the waters of the market before the season officially begins on May 16th.
The preview market's like a chance for vendors who are just ready to start the market season. I think we have about 10 to 15 vendors at this moment who are going to be there. Some of them are returning, some of them are new. Some of them are just trying it out to see if the market is something that they want to do in the future.
The DDA also says this will be a big year for public surveys as they plan ahead for the next 10 years of farmers markets. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, we hear from the Escanaba Public Library as they help celebrate National Library Week. And the Island Resort and Casino is holding a celebration of their own. Their Drift Spa has been in service for 10 years. That and more after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
At the MicroWorks Foundation, we help people get the training they need to land an AI-proof six-figure job. Here in Michigan, that means plumbers, electricians, welders, pipe fitters, mechanics, linemen, HVAC techs, and so many other high-paying opportunities that don't require a 4-year degree. We've set aside millions of dollars to help train people who want to learn a skill that's in demand. If that sounds like you, apply today for a work ethic scholarship at microworks.org.
Up to 50% off list prices during the spring home sale at Slumberland Furniture. Elevate your living room with this Ashley 2-piece set, a leather sofa, and the rocker recliner for just $9.79. Get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99. Or a comfy 2-piece sectional for just $8.99. Fresh deals in every department. Plus, a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Pay no interest for 36 months on approved credit. It's the huge spring home sale at Slumberland.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Varathane Premium Fast Dry Interior Wood Stain provides color in just one coat. It's ideal for interior wood projects, including floors, furniture, and more. Pick up a quart for just a $10.94 value after rebate. Varathane Ultimate Oil-Based Polyurethane is a premium finish that dries quickly and is self-leveling. It provides superior scratch resistance and maximum durability. Get a quart for just $12.99 value after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We know that everybody loves me. We also know that everybody loves Raymond. But did you know everybody loves his brother and his wife and his parents too? It's a family everybody can love.
Everything you could want in one show.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We're closing in on a very well above average day. 75 degrees for the high temperature that now ties the record that was set back in 1985. The average high is now at 50, so it's a new milestone that we hit. We're out of the 30s and the 40s. The new normal is 50 for the high temperature. We definitely had the temperatures soar above that for today, but with that rain-cooled air, it's going to bring us back down to where we should be basically for this time of the year. But a flood watch is continuing to be into effect, and it's through Saturday morning at this point. But this is a continuing issue, of course, as soon as you get to that late winter and continuing in through most of that springtime. Those stubborn snowpacks, especially the higher elevations, can sometimes have a flooding issue if you get an above average amount of snow, which we very well did see. So you just got to be careful of any of the standing water in low-lying spots. Could create some issues with that continuing flood issues. And if you're in a flood-prone location, just watch out because we still have some of these showers moving on through in the overnight. Some isolated rumbles of thunder, but most of the heavier downpours should be out of here throughout much of the morning, at least for the western half of the UP. But then some of that rain does stick around for the majority of your Friday night and then into Saturday morning, very early morning. Saturday looking dry for the UP. May not be the most sunny of days, and it's going to be a bit cooler, but it's cooler compared to what we had today. So it was kind of that summer-like feel, and it's cooler, but it's in relation to what we had. So it's actually bringing us back down to seasonal conditions. The winds will shift a little bit all over the place because of that storm system that moved through, and then they're going to be on the calm side for the most part for Friday going into Saturday. So the wind gusts won't be an issue, and this is the storm outlook for tomorrow, and it's basically the rest of the storms overnight and into tomorrow, basically that overnight extending to 8 a.m. So you could have a general thunderstorm, not looking at any severe potential once we get the bulk of that storm system out of here. So the weekend, as you start to plan for it, go ahead and do so. We're not going to see too much rain here for Saturday and Sunday, just some scattered showers and thunderstorms hanging around for most of the area here through Marquette, Escanaba, Houghton, and Newberry for your Friday. Temperatures are going to be on the cooler side of things, just because of that storm system, but we'll get some clearing skies throughout both days here, and you'll have plenty of opportunity to try to get outside and enjoy those outdoor activities. Slightly warmer temperatures through Iron River and Menominee, getting to that mid to upper 50s range, but will most likely be stuck into the lower 50s with those scattered showers for tomorrow. But it kicks off the last weekend of April here, I think. Yeah, so this is the last weekend of April. Seasonal conditions, mostly dry conditions too, and then a few more April showers sneaking in there to start off next week, and then we say goodbye to April, hopefully with nice calm conditions, cloudy skies.
Kelly, thank you again. This afternoon, the National Weather Service issued an updated flood warning for Marquette County. Moderate flooding is already happening along the Michigamme River near Republic, with more flooding expected. Officials warn that excessive runoff from expected thunder showers and snowmelt could flood rivers and low-lying areas. Drivers are urged to avoid driving on flooded roadways. The Marquette County Road Commission is reporting 2 road closures due to flooding. In Forsyth Township, County Road 438 remains closed, as does County Road LG in Republic Township. It's National Library Week, and local libraries across the country are celebrating the impact they have on their communities. WZMQ 19's Lily Simmons has more from Escanaba.
It's a chance for us to kind of talk about what we do to remind our community why we're here, and hopefully to demonstrate that libraries continue to be vibrant, dynamic public spaces that are part of our social fabric and that really have some strong contributions to make to community well-being.
Escanaba Public Library Director Carolyn Stacy says particularly in rural areas, libraries serve as community hubs.
People can come together to connect around ideas, opportunities, information. We offer opportunities for enrichment, whether that's people pursuing their creativity and curiosity independently, they're part of a group, or by attending one of our arts and cultural programs.
That programming includes events like a morel mushroom hunting presentation next week, as well as poetry readings and author talks in May. The library also offers support with day-to-day tasks, including services some people may not know about.
Printing a return label for UPS or FedEx, helping somebody get online to access some government services, connecting them online with a potential employer. People can reserve a private space for a telehealth appointment. Those are all things that we do on a daily basis in our increasingly digital world.
The Escanaba Public Library currently serves about 9,000 cardholders. Stacy says what many of those patrons appreciate most about the library is the human connection they make within its walls.
People can come here and expect that they're going to be seen and heard by an actual individual, whether it's somebody looking for a new author to explore, maybe they want to start a family history project. There are people here who are going to listen to you and help you get what you need.
So this National Library Week, Stacy encourages patrons to visit what she calls a haven in a fast-paced world.
We have a lovely space here. It belongs to everyone in the community. People can come here with no expectation of having to spend anything, enjoy the space, explore our resources, discover something new, and just relax and be. And I think that's an important thing today.
Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
This evening in Harris, the Island Resort and Casino celebrated the 10th anniversary of its most luxurious amenity. The Island held a champagne reception at Horizon Steakhouse for the spa's VIP clients. Drift Spa also debuted its new line of products infused with lavender grown locally at Purple Lavender Farm. After a few challenging years during the pandemic, the spa director says it's exciting to have reached a decade of serving clients.
As our success has continued, that was not something for us to worry about. And with all the improved technology we have now included into more of our natural lines, we are just so thrilled to see another 10 years in the future.
Drift Spa also offers massages, body treatments, facials, waxing, eyelash extensions, and manicures and pedicures. Mike Ludlam has your look at sports after the break. This year's NFL Draft is currently underway. We'll have some of the biggest takeaways so far when we come back.
Now through April at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT all-wheel drive for $379 a month for 36 months. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet, experience the difference.
It's Earth Month in the Upper Peninsula. Small actions make a big impact. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more, helping keep the UP clean and thriving. This Earth Month, recycle smarter. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Beauty.
confidence, relaxation. Are you ready? At LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee, we create a welcoming, inclusive space built around high-quality care, modern techniques, and results that still look like you. You deserve this. LJ Aesthetic Studio. Be your best you.
Weeknights, MeTV brings the funny.
They do have some funny stuff in there.
With MASH. Andy Griffith. And Everybody Loves Raymond.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
Get supplier pricing on all new Chevrolet Silverado 1500 trucks now through April at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC. Supplier pricing for all on new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC. Together, let's drive.
Good evening, everyone. The Las Vegas Raiders have the first pick in the first round of tonight's NFL draft in Pittsburgh, and there weren't any surprises with that selection. Just in case you're wondering, for the record, Commissioner Roger Goodell was booed once again when he approached the microphone. The Raiders took quarterback Fernando Mendoza of the national champion Indiana Hoosiers. Mendoza chose to celebrate the draft with his family. Mendoza won the 2025 Heisman Trophy by throwing for 2,980 yards with 33 touchdowns, leading Indiana to an undefeated regular season. Meanwhile, with the 17th pick in the first round, the Detroit Lions chose offensive lineman Blake Miller from Clemson. He's about 6'7", 317 pounds. Miller broke the Clemson record for career snaps from scrimmage, 3,778 over 54 career games, all starts from 2022 through 25. Almost 97% of college snaps came at right tackle. He was first team All-ACC in 3 straight seasons. The Marquette High School baseball team is trying to bounce back after a 4-1 loss at home to the Gogebic Miners yesterday. C.J. Wainio limited the Sentinels to 1 run on 1 hit over 5 innings, striking out 12. This afternoon, Marquette hosted the Ironwood Red Devils. We'll pick this up in the second inning. No score yet, but Ironwood's Aiden Agee watches that pitch get away. Eli Rutzela dashes home, and the Red Devils get the early advantage. Bottom of the second, tied at 1, bases loaded for Marquette's Desmond Gleason. Big drive to left, the wind was blowing, and that ball will go to the fence. 3-run score on the play. Taylor Manis is the 3rd run. Sentinels up 4-1 on the 3 RBI double by Gleason. Top of the 3rd, Marquette changed pitchers on a 3-2 count to batter Madden Summer, and Summer fouled off 4 pitches, and that one gets away from the right fielder. Parker Osterman jogged home, and Ironwood climbs within 4-2. A few pitches later, Eli Rutzela will ground the second, but the ball will not stay in the second baseman's glove, and Summer gets permission to round 3rd and score. The Red Devils tie the contest at 4. Bottom of the 3rd inning for Marquette. Jonas Snap lines one off the pitcher's glove. Throw to first is not in time. Easton Jazuski crosses the plate. A Jack Keogh triple made it 6-4 Sentinels. Then Wes Robinson will slice one toward right field. That falls in for a base knock. Drew Erickson gets on his horse and slides safely into the plate. Marquette would take an 8-4 advantage. A short time later, Mr. Jazuski is back in the batter's box, and he's going to bloop one towards shallow left, wind playing tricks, and that turns out to be a base hit. Robinson and Gleason score. Marquette had a 6-run 3rd inning to go up 10-4, but the Red Devils rally and take this one by the count of 12-11. Let's go to Escanaba, where the Eskimos were playing 2 against Nagani. This is game 2. Escanaba won the first 10-0. As Rimkos will unload this one, and this one is gone. A 2-run shot, and the Eskimos are on the board, getting the lead 2-1. But the Miners would strike back. Killian Ryan will put this one up the middle. 2 runs will score on the play, and Nagani is in front by the count of 3-2. However, Escanaba back in business. Brody Eisen will put this one the opposite way, and a couple of runs score for the Eskimos to make it 5-3. And Escanaba completes the sweep 12-3. The teams will meet again in another doubleheader next Wednesday in Negaunee. To the scoreboard in baseball today, Hancock takes 2 from Gladstone, 8-3 and 12-3. And North Dickinson gets a pair of road wins. That is, trust me, it's a pair of road wins over Bark River Harris, 3-2, and that second one should be 15-5. To softball, Negaunee defeats Escanaba in the first game 3-2. The Eskimos double up the Miners in the second 10-5. Marquette sweeps Kingsford 6-5 and 5-3. Gladstone a couple close wins over Norway 3-2 and 7-5. Bark River Harris cruises past Munising 15-4 and 22-8. Only got the score of the first game with Iron Mountain defeating Manistique 18-12. And Jeffers defeated Lance twice. One was close, 14-13. The other not so close, 19-0. High school track and field. We're starting at Lance today on the boys' side. Lakeland and Humble, an easy win with 243 points. The Purple Hornets were second, followed by Dollar Bay. Connor Kempinen won both hurdles races for Lance, and Tavin Lewis won the shot put and discus for Lance. And as you can imagine, lots of people won, including the Axfords. Lucas had 3 wins, and Brady had 1 and 3 seconds for the Lakes. For the girls, Lakeland and Humble, a 36-point win over Trout Creek with Dollar Bay third. For the Lakes, Maddie Dudemis, the shot put and discus. ETC, Bree Bestinen, the 800, 1600 and a relay. Ontonogans Violet Amos won the 100, 200, and 400, was second in a relay. And Jordan Holumbo of Chancellor won both hurdles races. Also, track and field at Crivets today. The Wolverines won the boys by a little more than 80 points with Norway second and Northwoods third. And for the girls, Crivets was the winner by 20.5 points over North Dickinson with Northwoods third. Yes, we have high school golf today. Down in Menominee, the Marquette boys winning by 13 shots with Escanaba and Gladstone tied for second. Easton Aho of Marquette, the medalist, with a 33. On the girls' side, Escanaba, your winner by 14 shots over Marquette with Menominee third. And Kingsford Charlotte, forgot to type her last name down. Sorry, Charlotte. She was the medalist with a 45. And in tennis, it was Negaunee and Kingsford playing to a tie at 4. Kingsford blanked Iron Mountain today by the score of 8-0. The 12th annual Kiwanis Classic Border Bash Basketball All-Star Games are set for Thursday, June 4th at Gogibic Community College in Ironwood. Girls game will start at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central Time. Boys game slated for a 7:45 Eastern start. Tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for students, and there will be 3-point shooting contests and dunk contests for the boys with Northern Michigan, of course, against Northern Wisconsin. Quick look at the rosters on the girls' side. Lauren Adams of Norway, Janessa Eagle from state champion Ishpeming, Kara Roberts of Baraga, Emily Chenoweth of Hancock, and Jayla Novaskone of Ironwood. They'll be joined by ETC's Emma Bessnet, Cassie Olson of Kingsford, Ironwood McGeeshik of the Panthers, and Claire O'Donnell of Negaunee, and Mike O'Donnell of Negaunee is the coach. On the boys' side, Jackson Clark of Rudyard, Tanner Terkoff of Menominee, Caden Balzerini, and Mr. UP Basketball, Ethan Marta of Westwood, Nick Miskovich of Ironwood, and John Wheeler, Anthony Pineda, Liam Turtelot, Kyer Firestein. The coach is Luke Gray of Westwood, and we will be right back.
Up to 50% off list prices during the spring home sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99, plus a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Pay no interest for 36 months on approved credit at Slumberland.
Bucko's Party Store is where the party starts. They're your party store and more in Calumet. Great deals on all your favorite drinks and snacks. Keep warm and in style with exclusive Keweenaw alpaca gear and Bucko's wear. Craft beers and top shelf drinks for whatever your taste. Many lucky winners have won big bucks at Bucko's. Don't forget your ORV, hunting and fishing license, and the best bait.
Save your bucks at Bucko's!
Planes, trains, and Broncos. Kick up your spurs and set a spell with the fine folks of Gunsmoke, Bonanza, the Rifleman, and Wagon Train. Go west, young men. Go west.
Weekdays beginning at 1 p.m. on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Up to 50% off list during our huge spring sleep sale at Slumberland. Get this Sealy Queen for just $4.99. This best-selling Sealy Posturepedic Plus for $9.99. Pay no interest for 36 months with approved credit. Only at Slumberland.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast. We tied the high temperature record for today, which was 75 degrees. We won't be feeling the same things for tomorrow with that storm system, and we have the cloud cover and some leftover showers. So a little bit of that rain cooled air here settling in for your Friday. But really, even though we have this temperature decrease by a decent amount here, by about 20 degrees or so, it's bringing us back down to seasonal conditions. We should be at that 50-degree mark for the high temperatures, and that's basically what we'll do here, at least in Marquette, but across the Upper Peninsula will range from the mid to upper 40s. We'll get some mid to upper 50s in there down towards Iron Mountain and Menominee with a few rays of sunshine peeking in between the showers, but it is going to be a bit rainy here for the rest of the overnight and into tomorrow morning. We'll start to taper off those rain chances for your Friday evening, and it's perfect timing for if you want to get outdoors for the weekend. Things are looking mostly dry for that, and if you want an updated look on your forecast, make sure to come right back here for tomorrow.
Kelly, thank you again. Mike, baseball.
Baseball, but first, let's say Charlotte Todd of Kingsbury was the girls' medalist with a 45. Now let's go to the ballpark in Detroit, where the Tigers were taking on the Brewers this afternoon, wrapping up that series. And in the 8th inning, that's Jahmai Jones putting one over the left field fence. The solo shot tied the game at 4, and things would even get better in the bottom of the 9th as Spencer Torkelson will walk it off with this shot to left center field, 382 feet. Tigers go on to win 5-4. Detroit will start a series at Cincinnati tomorrow, and Paul Skeens will be pitching for Pittsburgh as the Pirates take on Milwaukee in Wisconsin.
Mike, thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. That's all we have for now. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central.
Join LJ Aesthetic Studio for a facial balancing and injectables consult Thursday, April 23rd in Manistee and Friday, April 24th in Gladstone. Spots are limited and fill up fast. Call 906-553-4888 today.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other